NBC Tonight. Minutes of nonstop news, your weather authority forecast, and SWX sports headlines. This is NBC Right Now, local news, 11 at 11.
Thanks for staying up with us tonight. I'm Tracy Dial. Meredith has the night off. Right now, a brush fire is burning out of control near Ellensburg. So far, it's charred 4,000 acres. The fire burning along Interstate 82 near Ellensburg in the Monastash Ridge area has produced so much smoke that we have been hearing reports of smoke even being seen from Benton City. The smoke was so thick that it closed part of I-82 for a few hours this evening. Now, the interstate is open tonight, but crews are still working on getting a handle on those flames. A Central Washington Interagency Communications Center spokesman says 5 helicopters are fighting the fire with from several bulldozers and several dozen firefighters. No homes are threatened. A State Natural Resources Department spokeswoman says the fire burned around cell towers and TV antennas on the Ridge Summit without damaging them. At last check, the fire was 5% contained, and crews plan to work well into the night. The cause is under investigation. With the arrival of this hot, dry summer weather, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife is restricting fires on their land in eastern Washington. The department hopes that by banning fires now, it will reduce the risk of repeating last year's costly fire season. Starting now, fires and campfires, including those in fire rings, smoking, welding, the use of chainsaws, and operating a motor vehicle away from developed roads are all banned. And we're all getting ready for the big 4th of July festivities happening tomorrow. Lots of fun outdoor activities going on, and we need to know what kind of weather we can expect. Tim Adams joins us now at the desk. Tim, I hope you have some good news for us.
We have good news. You bet. We have some clouds coming in, as I'll show you here on satellite and radar, but no showers with those clouds. Now, I know some good soaking rain would be helpful to the firefighting situation, but none of that is in the forecast. We have high clouds, and winds have been kicking up a little bit, but reading some of the reports from the fire districts, relative humidities have been coming up, and the winds have been dying down, so the situation is getting a little bit better. And for all the activities tomorrow, from parades to barbecues to fireworks, we're talking about fair skies, some warm temperatures that are very summer-like around the region. We're going to be back to upper 80s and 90s. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes. We can talk about the rest of the weekend forecast.
Perfect. That's great 4th of July weather. Thanks, Tim.
You bet.
Well, the State Fire Marshal is also reminding residents that debris left behind from fireworks can cause some problems as well. To make sure you avoid the risk of a fire sparking from that debris, make sure soak the used fireworks in a bucket of water for 15 minutes. Then put the soaked fireworks in a metal trash can. Go back to where you shot the fireworks off the next morning to clean up any firework debris you may have missed the night before. If you have any unused fireworks, you can contact local law enforcement to see if they collect unused fireworks for disposal. Or you can check with a public display company to see if they can use the fireworks in a display show. Well, this time of year, fireworks also spark concerns about insurance. A standard homeowner's insurance policy covers fire damage to your home and property, including plants and trees. It also covers injuries to guests, but the last thing you want to hassle with this weekend is a fire and an insurance claim. For more information on the homeowner's insurance, just go to our website, nbcrightnow.com, and look for this story. Well, if you do plan to shoot off some fireworks, remember to follow the rules in your city. In Franklin County and Prosser, you can't shoot off fireworks, but you can in Richland. And additional police officers in Richland will be on duty to respond to fireworks-related calls tomorrow. The department is reassigning 10 officers to keep an eye on the problem areas, including large parking lots and the Richland Park system. Officers say any fireworks that leave the ground or shoot projectiles into the air are illegal. Fireworks stands in the city sell varieties that are legal to discharge within city limits. New at 11 tonight, the 4th of July weekend means fireworks, cookouts, and time on the lake for most of us. But for the State Patrol, it means extra DUI patrols.
Aggressive behavior is big this time of year with the sun, and if they are drinking alcohol, they get agitated. DUIs definitely pick up, but anything, you never know what's going to happen.
Officials estimate there will be close to 400 deaths and more than 41,000 people in when 4th of July weekend comes to a close. So if you're drinking tomorrow, don't drive and stay safe. Drunk drivers aren't the only hazard on the road for drivers. With millions of people hitting the road this weekend, drivers need to watch for people texting and driving. This holiday weekend, AT&T is reminding mobile phone users in the Tri-Cities and Yakima areas to put down the phone while driving. The phone company suggests drivers pull off the road or use a hands-free device if you have to talk on the phone. Some other headlines tonight. As we get closer to legal marijuana sales in our region, local businesses are getting ready to open their shops. One is ready to open in Union Gap next Tuesday. It's called Station 420, and staff have been working hard to get the store ready to open on that July 8th date. They're one of just 3 set to open in Union Gap, and the owner says it's about time where people can go buy tested and regulated marijuana instead of on the black market.
You're able to come into a place that's going to be nice and clean. It's going to be friendly. You're not going to be doing a deal, out behind the grocery store.
Marcus also says their product goes through thorough testing to make sure it is safe to use. Their main concern is the lack of product that is passing testing. They will have enough for opening day, but fear product might be short in the coming weeks. Station 420 may have some competition in the area. In Prosser, the recreational marijuana store called Altitude is preparing to open its doors along Merlot Drive. The store is set to open on Tuesday as well and will sell several different strains of marijuana, many from local growers. 25% excise taxes will be collected at 3 different levels: producer to processor, processor to retailer, and then retailer to customer. 25% of that revenue will go right back into the community, providing funding for law enforcement and schools. About 50 jobs will also be filled once the store opens. There are several other stores slated to open in our region after the State Liquor Control Board chose applicants during the retail license lottery last spring. Benton County is expecting to open 2 more marijuana stores in Prosser. 3 applicants were chosen in Walla Walla County, 2 in Walla Walla, and 1 in College Place. And in Yakima County, 10 retail license applications were drawn from the lottery, and those don't include another 7 picked in the city of Yakima alone. As we just mentioned, as pot stores prepare to open their doors, experts worry there might not be enough weed to go around. Analytical 360 in Yakima is one of only 2 state-certified marijuana testing labs. Staff there are only seeing a maximum harvest so far of 190 pounds and expect 20 to 30% of the samples to fail because of high mold counts. This morning, you may have seen a small group of protesters outside of Hobby Lobby in Kennewick. They're calling attention to this week's Supreme Court ruling that the company does not have to offer birth control to its employees. It's a case of religious freedoms, and it's similar yet very different from the lawsuit against Arlene's Flowers in Richland.
It would be nice if we could just kind of look at this and say, hey, well, they're a business, and they were told that they didn't have to do something they didn't want to do, so maybe Arlene's Flowers isn't going to have to do something that they don't want to do either. And unfortunately, it's not quite that simple.
It's not that simple because the Hobby Lobby case is federal. Arlene's Flowers is a case in Washington state, and while it is an issue of religious freedoms, the Attorney General claims the Richland shop violated the state's non-discrimination law. Sunnyside's former interim city manager will have to pay up for destroying city records in Sela. Frank Sweet will have to fork over more than $65,000 to the city. This is for the investigation into missing files investigators conducted when Frank Sweet left office as Sela's city supervisor prior to his stint in Sunnyside. Prosecutors accuse him of stealing personnel files for city documents and erasing emails and government documents from the city's computer system. Yakima's prosecuting attorney Jim Haggerty says repaying the city is part of a plea agreement prosecutors reached with Sweet back in January to avoid jail time. A viewer has a question about a construction project going on in Richland. Shane Ettinger has the answers.
Catherine sent us a Facebook message this week with a question about a construction project in the Queensgate area. Catherine asks, what's being built by the new Giesa building near Queensgate? No signs there, just an unusual looking building. Well, Catherine, we found out that this brightly colored building with lots of windows and tinted glass will be the new home of Numerica Credit Union's Richland branch. They'll be moving from their current location on Fowler Street next month. The new branch has an inviting design with lots of daylight and open space, and inside the traditional row of bank tellers will be gone, replaced with lots of meeting spaces where they can work with you one-on-one to help you reach your financial goals.
We
want to be able to make it so you at least feel good and comfortable walking into our branch and know the people that you're working with and have those conversations so that we can help you find the solution to what you need financially.
The new Richland branch will also feature free Wi-Fi and a tech bar where you'll be able to charge your cell phone. They'll be celebrating with a grand opening week from August 11th through the 15th, and they have special customer appreciation events scheduled for every day that week. Remember, if you've got a question about something going on in our community, you can always send it my way. You can reach me in the newsroom at 737-6738 or send me an email at justaskshane@nbcrightnow.com.
And today, Giesa Credit Union, it will match community members' donations dollar for dollar to support the continued operation of the Safe Crisis Center and My Friend's Place Teen Shelter in Kennewick. Giesa will match up to $15,000. All the donations collected will be used to meet the immediate operational needs of the organizations as they work to restore the gap in state funding. To make sure your donation is matched by Giesa, visit any branch before July 18th. Donations must be made through Giesa in order to be matched by the credit union.
In the leadoff spot tonight, the Tri-City Dust Devils closing out their series with the Boise Hawks, taking out to Giesa Stadium. They were on the wrong end of a pitcher's duel tonight. Top four, no score. Jeffrey Baez of the Hawks gets into one big time. Deep shot, clears the shed and left. Dust Devils fall by the final of 4-0. Mariners with a rare day off. They're in Chicago starting a 3-game set with the White Sox. The state of the union for the Mariners is strong. The team 47-38, 9 games above 500. They will close out the first half with 3 games against the team they're looking up at in the AL West, the Oakland A's. Sweet sight at an airport in LA. A few members of the U.S. soccer team returning home from their strong showing in Brazil. Omar Gonzalez, Jermaine Jones, and Timmy Howard picking up their luggage and socializing with fans and family as well. And coming up in about 15 minutes, more from that Dust Devils game. For now, back to Tracy.
Thanks so much, Matt. And that's your first 11 minutes of news, weather, and sports. Coming up next, if you're not as mentally on point as you usually seem to be, there might be a good reason why. We'll tell you what it is right after the break.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Safeway understands you gotta make every dollar count these days. That's why they have lots of ways for you to save. Real big club card deals, the Safeway app, and gas rewards. Celebrate the 4th with Envy apples, just $1.99 a pound. USDA Choice top sirloin steaks are only $3.99 a pound. For the grand finale, Dreyer's ice cream is just $2.99. There's more savings to love at Safeway. Ingredients for life.
This election is about 2 paths. Either we stay on the same path and go deeper into debt and distrust, or we take a new path and find a better way. My contract with Eastern Washington is a proactive solution that helps fix the Obamacare mess, balance the federal budget, and restore a healthy respect for our Constitution. It's my commitment as your neighbor that I'll deliver on the promises in this contract and bring the common sense values of Eastern Washington back to D.C. because I truly believe our best days lie ahead.
Authorized and paid by George C. Cott.
It's the 4th of July event at your local Ford dealer. Yeah, it's time to save big at your local Ford dealer right now. Save your hard-earned money on the Ford that's right for you. That's right.
Now lease an Escape or Fusion for just $169. That's just $169 a month to lease an Escape or Fusion.
It's the 4th of July event at your local Ford dealer.
Hurry in today. It all ends July 7th.
Meredith Boggs has the local news you need right now.
Summer is in full swing, and if your brain seems to not be firing on all cylinders, there may be a good reason. As Devin Skillian reports, some researchers attribute it to ingrained seasonal behavior.
People want to be more lazy in the summer for sure.
Face it, where would you rather be, here or here?
From the time we're pretty young, we develop impressions that summertime is associated with more leisure, less critical thinking, less requirement, and we really live that out.
Cleveland Clinic psychologist Dr. Scott B. says we start associating summer with kicking back as children and never let go. Studies have shown when the weather is nice, people tend to focus more on what they'd rather be doing, not on the task at hand. Harvard researchers found just showing people pictures of nice weather decreased their productivity. Then there's the heat.
You can learn calculus in a room that's 120 degrees, but it's a lot easier when it's just 70 degrees. And actually, that's what they find, that the optimal temperature is somewhere between 72 and 81 degrees for our brains to operate.
Feeling mentally lazy doesn't mean we're less physically active, just the opposite, say most people.
I think it gets us more active when we can enjoy the weather, because we only have a short period of time for that weather.
I take my kids for bike rides. We go to the park all the time.
When the sun come out, it make you want to get out and get the day started.
But if you do want to break from your usual pace,
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. There are other cultures that, take an entire month off where things shut down and people recreate during the hottest month of the year.
A whole month off. I think I could do that in the summertime.
I think
I'd miss you guys too much,
yeah,
though, so I'll stick
love
around.
It here. Good.
Well, how's the weather
that
going to be?
makes our day. Hey, it's going to be nice. We might feel more mentally lazy because it is going to be very, very warm. Let me show you the numbers from the day today. And don't worry about Ellensburg up there. The weather station up there was not performing right. So it wasn't really zero. I saw some email traffic like, hey, you guys okay up there? And it was just the weather station. But they made it up 79 for Ellensburg's high, 94 in the Tri-Cities, and that's the warmest in our area. We'll take a break, then when we come back, we'll have more details about a great weekend forecast.
At Ashley Furniture Home Store's Freedom to Choose event, the more you buy, the more you save. Get 10, 15, up to 20% off any furniture purchase or 0% interest for 60 months for limited time only at your Richland Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Honey, did you take a 20 out of my purse? Mom, my piggy bank is empty.
Wondering where your cash is going? An old refrigerator can eat up a lot of energy and your money along with it. Be Watt Smart. Recycle that fridge and get some money back. Get a cash reward and save up to $150 a year in future energy costs. To schedule a free pickup of your old fridge or freezer, visit pacificpower.net/recycle.
Is it time for a new home? Should you build or buy? At Lexar Homes, we make it simple. Build. I'm Joe Sullivan with Lexar Homes. There are many benefits to building a new home. From designing details, energy efficiencies, choosing the location of your new home, and the thousands of dollars in turnkey equity. Please stop by your local model home and see how easy it is to build your Lexar home. Choose right, live right.
During our 4th of July sale, save on complete living rooms like this 6-piece reclining Chaise sectional. On sale for only $12.88. Get this 4-piece bedroom with queen bed, dresser, mirror, and nightstand on sale for only $12.98. And check out complete dining rooms like this dining table, 4 side chairs, and 2 armchairs on sale for only $13.88. More selection, more value, and it's happening now during our 4th of July sale at More Furniture for Less.
Want to watch SWX? There's an app for that. Around-the-clock local sports and weather. If you miss the live games, our app features them on demand. Look for Watch SWX for Android and iOS users. Never miss a play.
At Ashley Furniture Home Store's Freedom to Choose event, the more you buy, the more you save. Get 10, 15, up to 20% off any furniture purchase or 0% interest for 60 months for limited time only at your Richland Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Wake up with our morning family. News and weather to start your day.
Well, hello there again. Thanks for staying up with us. We are talking about some beautiful weather for the 4th of July. Beautiful if you like it warm and mostly sunny and just a little breeze occasionally. Here, let me show you what's going on out there. First, we go to the Costless Tower camera that's powered by the Port of Kennewick, and you can see the beautiful colors of our sunset out there tonight. Just really nice. Have a little smoke in the air. We have those clouds that have been kind of high and thin. Give us a lot of good color. Here's the McDonald's Tower camera, and look at the vibrant colors on the base of the clouds there. Once the sun drops below the cloud deck and sends up that color on the bases, it's really just gorgeous, and that's what we've been seeing. It's still clear and 68 over Yakima right now with 43% relative humidity. That's double what it was earlier on today when it was really dry and the fire dangers were up there. It's 73 with high clouds in the Tri-Cities right now. Very comfortable summer evening. Currently around the region, over to Walla Walla, we still have 75 degrees at this point. You get up to the Pullman area, of course, it's a lot cooler with only 54 degrees up there, and 62 degrees now around Ellensburg. Ellensburg still has some breezy conditions, 25-mile-an-hour sustained winds up there. Earlier, we were watching winds gust up to 40 miles an hour. Now I see we're down to about 36-mile-an-hour gusts. So winds are coming down a little bit. Hopefully that's the firefighters in that area. High clouds have been coming through the region. They're part of a system that's actually up north of the border. Down here in the lower elevations, we've seen the high clouds, and of course it led up to a pretty sunset, kind of filtering the sunshine a little bit out there as we get into tomorrow. The low that's bringing us the clouds is actually way up north of the border, and the jet stream is down below that and pushing the clouds towards us. But tomorrow the high pressure strengthens a little bit. We don't have as much moisture coming in, and certainly no showers. In fact, on the computer forecast, it goes for precipitation cloud cover, showing us with a few clouds around as we go through the early morning hours. So folks getting ready for the parades around our region with high clouds and filtered sunshine, warm temperatures, and just a gentle breeze. It's almost just perfect. By the time we go through the afternoon barbecues and into the evening hours for the fireworks out there, see a few more clouds coming the region with some showers way out around Seattle and the northern portions of Puget Sound. So tonight then, let's count on just high clouds. The wind's coming down a little bit, relative humidity's coming up, and it looks like we're going to be into the upper 80s and lower 90s again, a couple of degrees above normal for this time of the year. And for that extended forecast, a few more clouds on Saturday and Sunday occasionally, but no showers. And those longer range computer forecasting models, again, although they've been recrunching the numbers, still coming up with 90s and low triple digits into next week. So a heat wave is building into the region again. Hey, let me show you tonight's weather picture. And look at this. This comes to us from Rose West. Now, she says that her cousin in Alaska sent her this nice picture. It's this kind of thing that happens twice a year up there. Once when winter starts and once when summer starts. Oh, that's kind of fun. You know,
that's really neat. Like it kind of looks like it goes all the way around, you know?
Yeah. So the sun will just circle above the Arctic Circle.
Wow.
And it'll just kind of dip a little low towards the horizon and then come back up, never getting at certain times of the year twice. It'll do that.
That's a lot of sunlight.
Yeah, that is. At 24 hours in some places.
I bet they sell a lot of sunscreen up there.
Oh, that's a good idea. That we could go and make a lot of money doing that up there, I think.
Yes.
We hope you guys will keep sending us those weather pictures. There's the email address. It's nice to see what you're up to out there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Tim.
You bet.
Well, up next in sports, the Mariners take a breather after their recent hot streak. Plus, the Tri-City Dust Devils hoping for a win before heading out on their road trip. Highlights after the break.
If you've got money, con artists have a way to take it. Whether it's over the phone or online, they've got a scam to steal your money. I'm Attorney General Bob Ferguson. Here at the AARP Foundation Fraud Fighter Call Center, we're out to stop con artists in their tracks. You can stay on top of the latest scams by joining the Fraud Watch Network at aarp.org/fraudwatchnetwork or call us for help at 1-800-646-2283.
Hey, you like bacon?
I like bacon.
You'll want the DQ $5 lunch with a new bacon cheeseburger.
I like bacon.
A delicious hot off the grill cheeseburger topped with crispy hickory smoked bacon.
Bacon.
Plus prize drink and a sundae.
I like sundaes.
All for just $5.
The unbeatable DQ $5 lunch, even better with the new bacon cheeseburger. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Bacon.
Join me, Annie Bixler, and Hapo Community Credit Union for the 28th Annual River Fire Festival, the largest fireworks display in Eastern Washington. Bring a carload of family and friends to Columbia Park to enjoy day-long day-long community event, including food vendors, kid activities, train rides, a petting zoo, and more. Remember, no personal fireworks or alcohol is permitted. Celebrate Independence Day at the River Fire Festival, an event of the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Save $200 on a beautiful Whirlpool French door refrigerator from Fred's Appliance. Regularly $16.99, this closeout model has been marked down to only $14.99. You won't find that at the box stores. The sleek design of this stainless steel Whirlpool French door will catch your eye, but you'll fall in love with huge storage capacity. Save $200 on this Whirlpool French door fridge and save more with free delivery. Fred's Appliance is open the 4th of July.
When you see this truck, it means another neighbor is going to sleep better tonight. But Sleep Country's Passport to Tempur-Pedic event ends Sunday. Through Sunday, choose from a huge selection of Tempur-Pedic models, including the new Tempur Choice with head-to-toe customization. Plus, get 36 months interest-free financing, 2 free Tempur-Pedic pillows, and of course, free same-day delivery. Better get truckin'. Sleep Country's Passport to Tempur-Pedic ends Sunday.
A portion of this program is brought to you by Fred's Appliance.
From the FordCountry.com Sports Studio, this is an SWX Sports Update.
Hoping to generate fireworks on the field before the real ones after the game. Good evening, everyone. The Tri-City Dust Devils closing out their homestand with a fifth game of 5 with the Boise Hawks, looking to salvage a second win. The star of the staff on the hill, Helmus Rodriguez, in a pitcher's duel tonight. Top 2, Rodriguez cruising, gets Justin Mara, Jesse Hodges, and Mark Malave to strike out the side. Malave going down swinging. The game scoreless through 3. Home half of the inning, runners on the corners. Miguel Delone trying to swipe second so that Richard Prigatano could come down to score, but Delone is meet at second. That ends the 3rd inning. Top 4, the scoreless tie broken as Jeffrey Baez turns on the Rodriguez fastball. That one is away gone to left, over the shed, in fact. The solo bomb makes it 1-0 Hawks. It's his 5th home run of the year. Top 6, Dust Devils keeping it close. Rodriguez gets Rashad Crawford to ground into the 4-6-3 double play. It ends the half inning. The Hawks tack on a few more. They blank the Dust Devils on their way out of town. 4-0 the final tonight. Speaking of pitchers' duels, the Yakima Valley Pippins. I guess maybe we're not going to get this one. Maybe we will. I don't know. 2-1 the final. I can tell you tonight they beat the Walla Walla Sweets. The 1 run the Sweets scored was not earned, and we will go ahead and come back on camera. M's a rare day off. Some deep dish pizza in Chicago before they finish up the road trip with 3 games against the White Sox. Plenty of positives to reflect on as the team takes a breather. After a sweep of the Astros, the M's in a place that fans haven't been able to enjoy for some time. They're 47-38 and look an awful lot like they will be part of the wild card picture late in the season. When they get home after 4 against the Twins, they will finish up with the A's. Finish up the first half of the season, that is, 3 games against Oakland. And that could prove to be valuable. Oakland coming off a sweep at the hands of the Tigers. Well, they did actually win tonight, but the M's now 5 back. They get out against the team that got out of the gate so hot. Seattle and Anaheim sit atop the AL wildcard race. Angels just a game ahead in the loss column. Texas fading, having lost 9 of 11. They sit 15 back, and the Astros still pulling up the rear. Now, to let you know how we got there tonight, taking a look across the AL West. First place A's hosting the Blue Jays at O.Co Coliseum. A's already in the lead. Bottom 8, former Mariner John Jaso at the plate rips it down the right field line. Gentry using his getaway sticks to score all the way from first. The A's snap their skid 4-1. The final. Astros, Angels, Anaheim a slim 1-run lead after tying the game. The Angels take the lead with this. David Freese, a deceptive fly ball that carries over the outfielders. Eric Ibar and C.J. Cron come around to score. The Angels extend Houston's losing streak to 4, 5-2 the final. Rangers taking on the Orioles at Camden Yards. Bottom 7, Orioles already on top. Chris Davis driving it deep to left center. Even Leonis Martin unable to track it down. Steve Pierce comes around to score. The Rangers have lost 9 of their last 11. 5-2 is the final. Well, they captivated the country for a few weeks, and certainly longer than most people would have thought. The U.S. soccer team finally eliminated from World Cup play Monday and able to relax and hang out with some family and fans at a Los Angeles airport today. Omar Gonzalez, Jermaine Jones, and the newly appointed Secretary of Defense, Timmy Howard, coming off one of the great goalkeeping performances World Cup history of 16 saves. The players say they just wanted to represent their country to the best of their abilities. Finally, tonight, just to put into perspective why it's such a big deal when Leonis Martin can't track down a fly ball. This is Martin robbing a home run off the bat of his former teammate, Nelson Cruz. He's taking another look at it. You see he gives him a little acknowledgement and a little smile. And, yeah, you know, not easy to do. I played outfielder, and I can tell you that, you know, timing that kind of thing and timing your jump and all that, these guys make it look easy, but it is...
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, saved a run. What do you know? We're always hoping, of course, the Rangers lose because they're in the same division with the Mariners.
Sure.
But you can appreciate a brilliant play like that.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for sharing it with us, Matt, and we'll be right back.
Sometimes the first step is the hardest. But get you've already taken quite a few. So what's holding you back from taking the next one? Nothing.
Is your morning trying to tell you something?
Maybe we should have gotten them one.
Have a McCafe moment with a medium McCafe iced coffee for just $1.99. With 5 delicious flavors, it's the perfect way to wake up or recharge.
Wait, it's the teleprompter guy.
It's the 4th of July event at your local Ford dealer. Yeah, it's time to save big at your Ford dealer right now. Save your hard-earned money on the Ford that's right for you. That's right.
Now lease an Escape or Fusion for just $169. That's just $169 a month to lease an Escape or Fusion.
It's the 4th of July event at your local Ford dealer.
Hurry in today. It all ends July 7th.
Sleep Country's 4th of July sale isn't just ending Sunday. It's going out with a bang. Through Sunday at Sleep Country, save $300 on Beauty Rest and Posturepedic mattress sets. Plus, pay no interest for 36 months on Tempur-Pedic and Serta Eye Comfort. Big savings and interest-free financing? These deals aren't just hot, they're explosive. Sleep Country's 4th of July sale ends Sunday.
So right now you can get 4 lines and 10 gigs of data for just $140 a month.
Wow.
That's $20 less than Verizon and AT&T, and you get unlimited talk and
Mom, Dad, good news. We can each get our own line and save you money.
Or I could save a lot more money if you and your sister finally moved out.
But we're not going to do that, so why don't we just go with this plan?
Yeah.
Get 4 lines and 10 gigs for $140 a month, and we'll pay off your old contract. U.S. Cellular. Hello, better.
Finally tonight, contestants from around the globe are taking part in the 99th annual Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest in New York. And Matt, you have a little experience with eating contests now.
Didn't turn out very well.
Well, the goal here is pretty simple. The eaters should consume as many hot dogs with buns as they can in 10 minutes. Last year, Joey Jaws Chestnut ate 69 hot dogs to win the contest for the 7th year in a row. On the women's side, the woman Sonia is a 3-time champ and hopes to win back the title.
Black Widow, they call her.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, man.
69 hot dogs, though. Wow.
How much does that weigh?
Oh, God knows. That's
too much.
I know. Hey, I'm going to eat some tomorrow, and here's the weather that we're going to enjoy those hot dogs with. Mostly sunny skies, light winds, hot temperatures.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks so much, Tim. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Meet conservative Dan Newhouse.